Okay, everybody, this is a great drill for transition from offense to defense and defense to offense. It's a 3-on-3 drill. You can see the team here advance the ball back up to the third group of three who are waiting at the foul line extended. This blue group will now bring the ball down and try and score against whites. So you're working on 3-on-3 offensive and defensive skills here. On a change of possession, the other team's got to quickly convert to defense and defend the ball back to the next group, and then they go defense again while the other group brings the ball on a turnover. Now the blue team have to defend the other blue team who bring it back, and now whites are bringing it back down against the blues. So you can see each team goes 2 defensive possessions. This guy here travelled, so it'll be white ball from the side. The navy blue team back on defense. This guy's a bit slow getting back, but that's what's happening. They're back on defense here. Whites are trying to score on a score. I think here I'm pointing out some pretty poor off-ball defense by this girl here. Ball's at the foul line extended. She's guarding a player on the opposite side of the floor. She wants to get to the split line at least in a defensive stance, as does the guy who's standing above her. So that on dribble penetration, she can stop him getting to the basket, and that high defender would drop and be responsible for the 2 guys off the ball, depending on where it goes. But you'll see in this drill here, players quickly have to convert from offense to defense. You'll see now whites are defending the blue team as they try and bring the ball up the floor. One of the rules of this drill is the team that's advancing it back up the floor have to dribble it over the center line before they can pass to the next group that's waiting. Okay, so again, if we watch the ball here, blues get it, so whites have to quickly convert to defense. Blue have to dribble it over the center line before they can pass to the next group. Whites are back on defense again. We just had a guy injure himself back there, so we're going to sub him out. You guys back in, so now blues are defending whites again. They advance the ball over the center line, the dribble and pass to the next team. The light blue team are back on defense. Dark blues score. They've got to quickly match up and get into good full court pressure defense. Blues have to try and get the ball in bounds. Again, you can see a pretty crummy effort of getting the ball in bounds there. She's taken it out under the basket where she shouldn't take it out. She should step back. Again, a crummy inbounds pass. The blue team score and put the full court pressure on again. In a game situation, obviously that could be a game changer. That's like a 6-0 run to the dark blue team. The light blue team have got to work on their ball handling to get the ball over the center line against pressure. And again, the dark blue team now have to quickly convert to defense and match up. So again, we're working on half-court defense. Whites should transition back to defense. A bit slow there to get that done. Now they're back on defense again on the light blue team, bringing the ball down. So you can see this is a pretty rapid action kind of drill here, where the teams have to quickly convert from offense to defense, deal with full court pressure, apply full court pressure. And all sorts of different scenarios occur that you can coach covering those skills. Okay, so pretty poor shot selection there, pretty poor transition to defense by the light blue team. Now the dark blues are coming down at them. Obviously you're coaching blocking out, defense, so blues quickly score. One of the things they have to do is give the ball to me before they inbound it. That gives the defensive team a little bit of time to match up. Again, they've got to dribble the ball over the center line before they can pass the ball to the next team. That team on defense could have stolen that if they wanted to. Whites quickly down, they score, so now whites have to quickly convert to defense. In this first stage of this drill, we're trying to pressure the player passing the ball in bounds. The other 2 defenders are supposed to be trying to force their player to catch the ball as close to the baseline as they can. We don't want the ball being inbounded over the head in this situation. Here again, you can see full court pressure defense. If these blue players off the ball are a bit smarter, they'd be coming and trying to surprise the ball handler, looking for jump switch opportunities. Again, a poor conversion there to defense. I counted the basket there on the foul. Dark blues are on defense. Again, they're allowing that pass over the top, which is a pass we don't want in this particular situation. We want them trying to force the inbound receiver to catch the ball close to the baseline. Again, poor shot, but again, poor transition on the defense. They've got to quickly convert from offense to defense, just like they would in a game. Missed shot there by Blues. She should be chasing back now. She stops playing. He's got to dribble the ball over the centre line. Good. Dark blues that come down against the light blues again. Good transition by the blue team. Again, a foul, I think, there on the shooter. So I'm going to count that basket, give them the ball. They need to quickly match up. Again, you see we're putting pressure on the person passing the ball in bounds. Other two defenders should be trying to force their player to catch the ball close to the baseline. Nothing over the top. Like that. Okay, again, he's got to dribble it over the centre line. Quick transition again. Again, if you have 9 players in particular at practice, this is great for keeping everybody active and involved and practicing most of the skills of the game. I think the 6-minute clock ran out there. So now we're in the next phase of the drill. Now on a score, we're not going to guard the player passing the ball inbounds. We're going to try and face guard the people who are looking to receive the inbounds pass. You watch the defenders now trying to face guard. The third defender sets up back at the foul line, looking to try and steal anything that comes over the top. Again, now we're once they get it in, we're into our run and jump principles, which this drill is great for practicing. Wouldn't say we're doing it fantastically here today, but this is an excellent drill for working on run and jumps as well as your half-court defence. So again, Blues need to quickly transition here, try and stop that ball being dribbled easily over the centre line. White score, so they should quickly grab a player each. That player's got the person passing in bounds. See the centre fielder back there trying to get anything that comes over the top. If the two players guarding the inbound receivers are doing a good job, the offensive team will have to throw a high pass over the top, and that's the pass we're trying to get the centre fielder to pick off. We call this our off defence. So we're not putting pressure on the player passing the ball in bounds. We're off, trying to force a lob pass. In the first phase of this drill, when we're up pressuring the player, passing it in, we'd call that our on defence. And again, you can see face guards here. The centre fielder should be back a bit further. That's the pass we're trying to steal, that one right there. Again, didn't do a very good job of it. But as we work on our defensive principles, we can obviously get better and better with this. And again, poor transition there to defence. The light blue team now to quickly grab their players. I've got to handle the ball first. Trying to get this pass over the top. Again, that's the pass we're trying to force, but not a very good job with the defence. Looking to pick that off. Quick transition by the white team. Should be grabbing a player each. Again, very, very slow. And this is what you'll find with junior players. They're very, very slow to transition from offense to defense or defense to offense. They tend to stand around and think. With this drill, you can really highlight these issues, particularly as it's just 3-on-3. There's nowhere to hide in 3-on-3. You get to see everybody, and you get to see who's making mistakes, who's not doing the things that you're trying to coach. So on the score there, they should now be grabbing their players, trying to force a pass over the top. Again, poor job forcing that lob pass. Quick transition here by the white team. One of our girls here has got her top wrapped around her hand. Not too sure what she's doing with that. These are the sort of thought processes you've got to deal with junior players sometimes. So I think I tell her to put her top on here. Amazing stuff. So now the white team have got plenty of time. They should be getting in a position between their player and the ball. The centre fielder should be looking for something over the top. Again, too easy, but again, good steal there. So now the white team should be pushing straight back at them. Grab them again. All right, score with the white team. They should be grabbing the blue team, trying to force it. All right, not a bad job here. The centre fielder, again, we let them catch a chest pass, which is not the sort of pass we want them to be able to receive. We want them to put the ball in the air. Again, good transition from offense to defense is the key to this drill. And you can see this. Often you'll find the team that's defending when the ball's going back out again forgets to go defense when the ball starts to come back down again. So in this drill, you should always be coaching your players to communicate. It's a drill where you really need to be thinking. Are we an on defense? Are we an off defense? Are we matched up? Can we surprise the ball handler? After we finished this drill here, I had a long talk to these guys because I thought we did a pretty poor job of transitioning from offense to defense and looking for jump switch opportunities. But I think it's better to kind of keep the drill flowing and then discuss it as a group, and next time we do the drill we can hopefully do a little bit better than we've done it this time here. But I want to give you an idea of how it looks, warts and all, with the issues that we've got to deal with our kids, because I'm sure many coaches have the same issues when they're coaching junior players. Poor effort there of blocking out. Blues need to match up quickly. Again, you can see some of these guys have stopped playing when they need to quickly transition. So I call this drill 3-on-3 continuous, transition drill. And I think it's a great drill, particularly if you've got 9 players, for working on dealing with and applying pressure defence. You need to communicate in this drill, you need to be thinking, you need to work on all the skills that are required for dealing with and applying pressure in a backcourt pressure situation. The other team, our white team, are meant to be standing back at the foul line and foul line extended, so there's good spacing there. Remember, the defensive team can steal that pass to those players. We only change possession once those players handle the ball. You can also do this drill 4-on-4. I find it just gets a little bit crowded with 4-on-4. Usually when you're bringing the ball up the court, it's more of a 3-on-3 situation than a 4-on-4. The fourth player and fifth player usually get out of there. But this is a drill I would highly recommend if your team is not doing as well as you would like to do against full court pressure or applying full court pressure.